You want to play the music? Yeehaw!
Howdy, partners!
Hi, Kate. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Winston. Doesn't Winston live in Hawaii?
Nice!
Hi, Anna. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Jonna. Hi, Mark. Welcome. Hi, Teresa. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes. John's going to keep the music going.
I'll keep the music going.
I'm going to boss him around live.
Just for another 20 minutes or so.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Tim. Hi, Stacy.
Thanks for coming out, everyone. Appreciate it.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Ella Bush. Hi, Matt.
I'm going to have Allison do the highs because she can read it and I can't. I don't have my
John had to be
glasses
like
on.
this.
Yeah.
Hi, Dustin. Hi, Barb.
Oh, I see a thumb going
Hi,
on.
Melissa. We're going to let people hop on. Hi, Krista. Hi, Cindy. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Hi, Suzanne. We're going to keep the tunes going. A little dancing in our seats.
Over.
This is John's first time with Facebook
My
Live.
first time. Yes.
I'm an expert. It's my third time. Hi, Jody. Aw, Ella Bush. She's one of my former students. She just graduated.
Whoa.
I can't be that old,
You
though.
can't be that
no,
old. No.
Thanks, Mark. He likes our hats. Lisa! Is River in bed? Hi, Jason. You found us. Hi, Leah. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Carly. Hi, Suzanne.
How many people remember when this song actually
Hi,
first
Jody.
came out? That's how old I am.
I don't think I was born yet.
Yeah, I
probably.
don't think you were.
Right,
I don't think you were.
All right, what do we have for
Are we
timing?
ready?
Are we ready? Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the premiere episode of the Principal's Playhouse, and we're so excited that you joined us tonight. Hi, Cheryl. So I'm Allison Apsey, and I get to be the principal of Quincy Elementary in Zeeland, Michigan. Absolutely love being a principal, love Quincy Elementary. I also write on a blog called Serendipity in Education. This is my, what did I say, that my 15th year being a principal? Holy cow! That's amazing. So I am so excited to co-host the Principal's Playhouse with my friend.
Howdy, partners. John Wenstrom here, proud principal of Buchanan Elementary in Livonia, Michigan. This is my 16th year as an elementary principal and my 23rd year as an educator. So love what I do, and I write a blog every week called The Spark of Learning.
Well, awesome. I'm like reading all the comments, and I had one of my teachers like suggest that I adjust my hat. So, and somebody just asked, where are we? We are at the offices of MEMSPA, which is the Michigan Elementary and Middle School Principals Association. So we're on the board of directors, and they're kind enough to loan us an office tonight. So we're actually in Mason, which is near Lansing, Michigan. So, okay, so I am a boy mom, and John is a girl dad, so we make a pretty good team.
We do make a pretty good team. We both have a lot of passion for education and what we do. We like to have a lot of fun, and we obviously have a high comfort level with one another that we're willing to dress up and go live today in front of our audience.
Yes. So, John, share with our audience, what is the most important thing to know about you?
Most important thing about me is I love being a dad. That is my favorite job. And my second favorite job is coming to work every day as an elementary school principal. I love what I do. I believe education is a calling, and I really try to inspire those around me, celebrate the positives, and make learning fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
You inspire me every day. So as I was getting nervous for this, I'm like, John, we're going to be live. He's like, I am so excited. So you can just like feel the enthusiasm, I'm sure, through Facebook
Radiating
Live.
through
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so
What about you?
I'm
We
a
wanna know all
mom.
about you.
I have 2 amazing boys. I'm hoping at least one of them is watching this show live. And so that's my very most important job, is being a mom and being a wife. But I love, 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 love being a principal. One of my teachers, who's actually watching tonight, called me deliriously happy. So
Good descriptor. Good descriptor.
I don't accept anything less than happiness, and happiness every day. And I guess like my passion, my favorite thing in the world is people. Like I love all the people.
Yeah, it shows, and in everything you do, and everyone who knows you knows that.
Aw,
Already, so. So I've got to tell you, when you first called me about this, I said yes before I even thought about it. I didn't get nervous until later when I realized we were going to be live in front of everyone. But you just have an enthusiasm that is contagious. And so when you asked me about it, I thought, absolutely, this is going to be fun. And yeah, I was just pumped up and honored, actually, that you asked me to do this. So.
Yeah, I think one time when I called him, I woke him up from a nap. I'm like, John, did I just wake you up?
You did.
And that's when I really convinced him.
I think I agreed to a few things for the show while I was still groggy and half asleep. So we'll see later on when there's a dance break. We'll see. Yeah.
So I have the enthusiasm, but I needed some brains behind this operation. So that's why of course, I brought my lasso. I lassoed Mr. Winstrom
This is live TV, folks.
into this gig. Yes. Yes, we'll put this away for now, but if you get out of hand, yes, I'm going to be using it later.
Rope me in.
Oh, dear. Okay, so are you ready to get started?
I am ready.
Okay, I think we need to start we got our introductions done, the Wild Wild West.
All right, Wild West. So when we're kicking around ideas, I'm currently in a situation right now where my school is kind of starting over. We are blending 2 communities right now, so we're finding our ways with old traditions, blending traditions, and making new traditions. And the beginning of the year is a busy time anyway for anyone. So I started thinking, I bet a lot of folks right now are going through a lot of things that can be overwhelming at the beginning of the year, and how can we make things a little more fun and maybe answer some questions for folks dealing with the wild, wild west of the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you told me something really cool about a mentor. Talk about that mentor, what they taught you.
So an educator that I know, Cindy Malik from Wayne Risa, gave a bit of advice a few years ago, and she said, no matter what the temperature is, a principal always has to be 72 degrees and sunny skies. And that really stuck with me. I thought, I really admire people who can keep their cool when things are going wild. And so I've always tried to live that out in my school. And again, I know as a principal, our staff often takes their lead from us. And so the more calm we can remain, the better the atmosphere at school for everybody.
Yeah. I think, like, especially in Michigan right now, we can appreciate 72 degrees and sunny. We don't need a leader to be, like, 95 and humid or, like, a blizzard. We need 72 and sunny, and this guy is 72 and sunny, let me tell you. So I was thinking about my mentors as you told me that story, and I've been blessed with many of them over the course of the years. And I had one mentor, my superintendent, her name is Kay Mentley. She mentored me intensely for 11 years.
Some people take longer than others to be mentored.
Thanks, John. Thank you. But I think one of the reasons why I needed to be mentored intensely for 11 years is because it took me about 10 to get it through my thick skull that it's not about me. It's not about me. When I am encountering a situation where things could turn into the wild, wild west, it's about who's ever in front of me. So it's about the student, the staff member, the parent, whoever needs my help right then. I need to put my feelings and my biases aside and focus on that person.
Allison, it is all about you, though. I'm just letting you know that right now, so.
Thank you, partner. So, do you remember a time when you really needed to remain 72 degrees and sunny?
Okay, so very recently, at the beginning of our school year, there was a situation where I was trying desperately to stay 72 and sunny skies, and the real weather was doing anything but. We were just lining up students for the buses, and we were still in the process of trying to figure out where the best place was. And just as we had lined up our last bus line, our sixth bus line, it started to pour. The sky was black, the wind was blowing, so we had to rush the kids inside, and normally where we would have put them was filled up with a book fair. So we scrambled and split up the kids between each end of the building, and I proceeded to run from end to end in the pouring rain, bringing out kids onto the buses as they came. And one of the staff members snapped a picture of me out in the pouring rain in front of the school bus with a smile on my face, and it totally captured that moment. Because what could have been a disaster turned actually into a fun memory. And that evening, a parent emailed me and said, "Hey, thanks for keeping things calm when it was storming." And the truth is, the real magic happened because everybody on our staff pulled together all at the same time. So it really kind of turned into a bonding moment for us at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, when it could have been something totally different.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I did see that photo of you posted somewhere, and I felt like it did truly capture your essence. It's pouring rain, John standing there with a huge smile on his face. I was thinking about a time when I really should have stayed 72 degrees and sunny, and I got a little stormy.
Sure.
So, way back when I was a young principal.
Like last year.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
okay,
way back.
yeah.
I'm still a young principal, but way back when I was a younger principal, I had a beeper. That really ages me. Do you even know what a beeper is, people out there? So I had a beeper on my belt, and it would buzz, and then I'd have to go to a landline, which we didn't call a landline then.
I think they were just lines.
We just had landlines. It was called a phone. It was on the wall. It was a phone. So I go to the phone, call the office, and say, where am I needed? And they tell me to go wherever I'm needed. And I'm, zooming to wherever I'm needed, thinking in my head, I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get there, but I'm going to smile and pretend I have this all under control and Superwoman. And I enter into this conference room, and there's a standoff between some students or a student and some staff members. And I go in, and I'm supposed to save the day. I'm supposed to be Wonder Woman, right? Mm-hmm. I start barking orders to the student. And things didn't get better. They got worse. Things escalated. The students started yelling. The students started throwing things. And I did anything but stay 72 and sunny inside my head. It got really dark and stormy.
So, okay, things did turn into the Wild Wild West. If you had that day to do over again, what would you do differently?
So I have done that day over again many times and over the course of 15 years as a principal. So there's 3 things I really try to keep in mind now. One is assess, the second is ask, and the third is support. Don't make an acronym of that. Assess, ask, and support. So assess, when I walk into the room, just taking a look at what's going on in the room, listening to what I hear, looking for, what kind of help do I need to provide? Mm-hmm. Sometimes by the time I get down there, they don't need me to take over. So I just really need to assess what's going on and then ask. I could have asked those teachers, what direction did you give the student? And then see if I can support the student in complying with that direction. Mm-hmm. Or in some cases, you can ask the student, what do you need from me in order to help you? And then the third thing is support. Provide the support everybody needs in order to, kind of de-escalate the situation and move forward. And so the support immediately goes to the student in supporting their needs. And then we can't forget afterwards, when, something kind of rocks our world, scares us, we need to also support the staff afterwards.
I think the big difference between those 2 scenarios is the first one you were focused on being in charge, and the second one you were focused on supporting and empowering. And I think the real question on everyone's mind is, do you still have a beeper?
Do I still have a beeper? No.
Okay, just wondering. I was just okay.
No, I think I still have, maybe the first iPhone or something, but not a beeper. So I'm thinking we need another dance break. Can you turn on some tunes a minute? Because
right.
We're about to take some viewer questions. We can say hi to some people. A flip phone. Jody, I never had a flip phone. What is that? I don't know what you're talking about. No, just kidding. Of course I had a flip phone.
How about a brick phone? Anyone have a brick out there or had one? What is a brick phone?
Jam it. Heading for the 90s, living in the wild, wild west. Why are you dancing?
This is my dance. This is my Again, this is the part I agreed to while I was half asleep when you
Hello.
called. Yes, after my nap. Yeah.
Wow, Wes. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yes,
let's do some
take
questions.
So, because this is our premiere episode, we didn't have viewer questions yet. So, we actually took some questions via Twitter and Facebook over the course of the past week. So, we have some questions, and I have one for you. It's from our friend Tim McDermott. Tim, are you still out there? Tell everybody
Hey, Tim.
who you are, please.
Thank you for sending a question.
So Tim is a fantastic principal from Illinois, and he is also a fellow.
He is a feller.
He's a feller. He's a fellow blogger. Mark French, we're in Lansing. Mark French, I know, is from Gaylord.
Hey,
but
Mark.
We're definitely south of Gaylord. Okay, so this is the question from Tim. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all seriousness.
Bring it.
Okay, this is Tim's words. My mentor told me that my only job the first day of school was to make sure that kids knew where to go at the beginning of the day and got home safely at the end of the day. First day as a principal, only job.
Safety first.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, the bell rang and kids ran out everywhere. It was mass chaos. Parents were running all over to find their children. The next morning, Tim met with his staff to make a plan to make sure that all students got home safely. Question. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. How do you keep things from getting wild at the beginning, ending, and unstructured times of the day?
Well, Tim, that kind of fit in with my story earlier, and thank you for your honesty, Tim, too. Sometimes it's hard for us to admit when things go crazy. I would say step one is getting all hands on deck. We cannot do it alone as a principal, so we need everybody in the school participating, and again, it's all hands on deck. Second thing is delegating tasks. Who's doing what? Who's watching the bus? Who's monitoring the door? Giving jobs and making sure everybody knows what job they're doing. Establishing routines. And the final thing I would say is being consistent about it. Whatever you're doing, keep it consistent so that the students know what to expect, staff knows what to expect. That helps create a safe environment.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty sure Tim's got figured out by now.
I know
right?
Tim does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so nice
right.
job with that answer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are you ready for a question?
I'm ready.
All
Okay.
right. Question number 2 from Cactus Pete. All right.
Do you need to be lassoed?
Maybe get to this one. Okay. Cactus Pete writes, I've been waiting for a show that asks serious and thought-provoking questions from the world of education. So my question is, for both of you, what was the last song you sang in the car?
Huh.
We're diving deep into educational knowledge here. Allison?
Thank you for that question, Cactus Pete.
Yes.
Okay, so one of my friends and a teacher who was on with us, I hope she's still on, Kate Liebensee, introduced me to a new song by Andy Grammer. It's called Give Love. Let's listen to a little bit of it. And dance, John.
This is kind of more of a mellow one. Is this a dance move?
My mother was a sunshine soldier. Every day was a dream come true.
I feel like Kid President. I'm digging my dance break.
Hey, what you gonna do today? Every single move you make. All right, the good. Ready? Keep it. Oh, wait, the good part.
Here's.
Right here.
There is one thing you should know.
I give love to all of my people. All of my people need love. I give love.
This is your
I give
song.
Love to all of my people. All of my people need love. I give some.
Quincy people, does she give love? Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
All right.
All right.
All right. If I gave that up, John, let's hear from you. What's the last song you sang in your car?
All right. This is where you find out a true child of the 80s. The last song I sang in the car was Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. Lately something's changed in him, hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl, and I want to make her mine.
Wow!
right.
Wow!
So Give it up for all my 80s peeps.
That's awesome.
All right. Question 3. Let's get to a serious question here.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Rick.
Question number 3.
Yep.
Okay, that's me, huh?
That is you.
Okay, so this question is from John Harper. I don't know if you're out there, John.
Hi, John.
So John is assistant principal in New Jersey, and he's host of the #MyBad educational podcast. You can find that on iTunes. We both have been on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Okay, find our episodes. Okay, so John's question is, what should leaders do when they realize that a situation has spun out of control and there's probably no way of getting it back right away?
All right. Things have spun out of control. That would never happen in my building. Yeah. At least maybe a couple times a week. I would say the first step is taking control of what I have control of, and that's me. So I can control how I respond, how I react to something. I can take a deep breath. I can take 5 minutes. I can assess the situation. So unless something's an emergency situation or a safety issue, my advice is to just sit back, reflect, and get some input, and then do a plan of action at a later date. Okay. So we don't want to make things worse by giving a knee-jerk reaction and making a bad situation into a terrible situation.
So pause.
Pause.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Okay, I like that
And
advice.
reflect. Yep.
And reflect. Pause, breathe, and reflect. Okay, we can all remember that.
Good question, John.
Okay.
All right. Next question is for
You want to
Allison.
skip to, let's do this, what?
George.
Yes.
All right, we have got to do this one. This is a question from George Koros in Edmonton, Canada. He is the author of The Innovator's Mindset, the best-selling educational book of all time.
Really?
Yes.
You go, George.
It is a fact.
I'm sure George is watching.
And he's also doing an audio version of the book right now, too, so we're excited. So here's George's question for Allison. Allison, what do you do when teachers are being isolated by peers for doing great things?
Okay. All right, so like immediately I kind of divide this into 2 parts. So
Okay.
the 2 parts are the teachers who are doing the isolating and then the teacher who's doing the great things and getting isolated. So let's look at the teachers who are doing the isolating first. Mm-hmm. So all behavior is purposeful and all behavior is information. So if a group of teachers or a teacher is isolating someone for doing great things, what information do we get from that? What's the purpose in that behavior? So the purpose might be to shut that teacher down. The purpose might be for the teacher who's feeling like they're not doing great things to gain some power back. And the information we get from that isolating behavior is more about the teacher doing the isolating than about the teacher being isolated.
I agree.
So the teacher doing the isolating, they're saying, like, I don't know if I can keep up, or I'm jealous, or I'm insecure. So then I think as a leader, then it's my responsibility to help the teacher doing the isolating to, like, feel strong and powerful and ready for the next steps. Mm-hmm. And then, so then we have the teacher who's being isolated. And so then as a leader, my job is to make sure that I'm giving tons of positive support, positive feedback, right side by side with that teacher. And then also that modeling of being transparent, trying new things all the time. I fail. All those Quincy teachers out there can attest that I fail at things sometimes.
That's how we learn.
Once a year, maybe. So just having that vulnerability and just really supporting the teacher who's doing great things so that they feel strong and confident and can push through that roadblock in their way, which would be the isolating teacher. So looking at both sides.
Mm-hmm. And I love how you looked at both sides. You didn't just come at it from one angle. You're looking at how you can support both people, those doing the isolating and those who are isolated. So
yeah, so culture is about looking at everybody and where everybody is. And oh my gosh, I read a tweet today. I wish I could remember who it was. Oh, anyway, somebody will comment about it. But I think the tweet I read was something about great education is about relationships. It's in about doing the right thing for our students for what they need right then. That's innovation. Designing what our students need in order to move forward.
Sounds like a Justin Tart
Yes.
tweet.
Yes, I can't remember. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not giving credit. All right, how are we on time? Because we got some things to do before the end of the show.
We need to give something away.
Oh!
We need to do a giveaway.
Ooh.
It's time. You've listened. You've spent your time with us. We need to reward some people here.
If you're still here, like you hung in with us all
Yeah.
this time, you deserve a giveaway. Okay.
Alice, well, what do we have to give away?
Okay, so I don't know, this might be backwards, but this is a book called Leverage Leadership, and this is a practical guide to building exceptional schools. And this book has revolutionized the way that we do observations and feedback at Quincy Elementary. So hopefully the teachers have appreciated that. But this resource is good for leaders, but it's also great for teachers, and it comes with this disc full of resources. So it's by Paul Bambrick Santoyo. And we're going to give this away. Who should we give it away to?
To the 50th person who puts I love hashtag Principals Playhouse.
50th? Wow.
To the 5th person.
We have 36 viewers. Like, that's
to
going to
the
take a while.
5th person who puts out I love hashtag Principals Playhouse.
So if you comment, I love hashtag Principals Playhouse, the 5th person to comment that is going to get this book. I will direct message you and make sure I get your information so I can get this to you.
Stay on the line.
All right,
We'll
so,
figure out how to get it.
but there was one other question that I think was kind of funny.
Oh. All right. And that was from. All right.
Am I supposed to ask it?
I think.
All right, so what is your, I remember it. You don't even have to use those.
Okay.
I memorized
I got it. Question 5 from Dead Eye Jake. The Western crowd has turned out.
Okay.
What is one useless talent that you have?
Okay, so you might have noticed already, but I don't know if it's a talent, and it certainly is useless, but I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld. Have you ever seen Seinfeld, and have you seen Elaine dance? Have you ever been to a wedding I've been to? You understand what I'm saying. I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld. In fact, why don't you put a little GIF? What is it? GIF? What are those like dancing pictures you can comment? I know what a beeper is, but I don't know what this thing is. What is it?
I say GIF.
GIF.
I say I'm with the
Okay.
GIF crowd.
Could you put a little GIF, comment a GIF of Elaine dancing? See if you can find one. That would be so fun. And what's your useless talent?
I dance like George. No, actually. I can name every movie of the year from the Academy Awards since 1928.
He can name every movie.
Nerd alert.
Wait.
Nerd
Every
alert.
like best
Like
motion
which one?
picture.
Which one best picture? So
Wow. Okay. What's 1956?
1956, I believe, is From Here to Eternity. But now I have to go look it up to double check. So.
Okay. I just like totally called him out on that.
1955 is Marty. I know that for sure.
okay.
But I believe 56 is From Here to
Okay,
Eternity.
so we got a couple of things to announce. We're going to have another episode of the Principal's Playhouse. It's going to be Thursday, October 26th, right?
Yes, we are going to be discussing how to help students and staff when they're dealing with trauma.
That's something facing all of us
Mm-hmm.
across the country, across the world. So we're going to be taking viewer questions during the show, before the show, and talking about how to support students and staff who have experienced trauma.
We will be live again on October
Woohoo!
26th.
Okay, so next at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's like in a couple minutes.
2 minutes, yep.
So head over to Twitter and join hashtag MEMSPA Can you spell that?
Capital MEMSPA chat.
Okay, good job. Okay, now we have a tagline we're going to say at the end of every episode. Ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to say this and then we'll play a little music, a little country song that reminds me of you. I thought we should have a country song. We'll dance out to the country song. So are you ready? Let's do our...
I'm ready.
Okay, this is the first time of many times to say this tagline.
All right. I'm John Wenstrom.
And I'm Allison Apsey.
If you're looking for inspiration when the workday is done,
Come to the Principal's Playhouse and have some fun. Yeah! We did it. All right. Music. What's that last song we have?
Humble and Kind.
Aw, John is humble and kind.
Does that make me Tim McGraw? And you Faith Hill?
If I'm Faith Hill, you are Tim McGraw.
Okay.
So peaceful. Oops. So
Yes,
gone.
it was. It was peaceful while it lasted.
Aw, thank you, Brandy, for joining us. Julie.
Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it.
So fun. Cheryl, thank you. This is a slow one.
You know there's a lot that goes
We might have to end with a faster song next time.
Right now, riding into the sunset.
Bye, everybody.